Hello there, and welcome to Her Money Mindset, the podcast where we talk about all things money, mindset, and how our relationship with finances shapes our lives. I'm Courtney Schwangler, and I am so excited to have you here. This podcast is for women who want to take control of their financial futures, transform the way they think about money, and finally break free from any limiting beliefs or fears surrounding their finances. Now, whether you're just starting out on your money journey, looking to build wealth, or you want to get clear on your financial goals, this show is for you. Here on Her Money Mindset, we're diving deep into topics like budgeting, saving, investing, and everything in between. But we're not just talking numbers and strategies. We're digging into the real reasons why so many of us struggle with money in the first place. Our mindset around money plays a huge role in how we handle our money, and it's about time we got real with it. So, I will be sharing tips and tools to help you feel more confident in your financial decisions, but we'll also be exploring how your personal history, upbringing, and past experiences with money can influence how you manage it today. It's time to heal that relationship with money and make it work for you. So, if you're ready to shift your mindset, build the life you deserve, and start making your money work for you, then you're in the right place. I cannot wait to take this journey with you. Now, before we jump into today's episode, I would love to tell you about something that has been helping so many women in this community finally get control of their money, and that is my Budgeting Basics bundle. This is a digital pack filled with the exact tools I use to stop living paycheck to paycheck and start feeling confident with my finances. Now, inside, you will get my signature budgeting template, a debt payoff tracker, savings challenges, a money mindset reset, an expense audit, and even a 2-week budget bootcamp to help you get back on track fast. So, if you're ready for a fresh start with your money without the overwhelm, this bundle is exactly where I would have you begin, and you can grab it now using the link in the show notes, and be sure to use code HMM podcast for 15% off. Now, if you grab the Budgeting Basics bundle, be sure that you use that discount code, the HMM podcast, and there's also an additional discount if you buy the Budgeting Basics bundle if you upgrade to a private one-on-one coaching call with me. So make sure you add that on. It's a little checkbox that you just click that little box, and then you get a private strategy call with me at a discount on top of the discount that you're already getting just by being a loyal podcast listener. So this is such a great deal for you guys. And if you know that you want help with your money and your money habits, but you want something faster than self-paced work, personalized, and someone to directly hold you accountable, sign up for private one-on-one coaching with me. I'll have the link in the show notes for you. You can do a one-time one-on-one coaching call. Like I said, you can either get that separately, and you can use code HMM podcast for that as well, or you can add it on when you buy the Budgeting Basics bundle and get it at even more of a discount. So you can do that one-time one-on-one coaching call. We'll get your budgeting basics answered, we'll get your budget set up, and we'll get you on your way. Or you can do my 12-week private coaching program for more accountability, structure, and motivation. Now, I only have 5 spots left for the next 12 weeks that are coming up. So make sure you sign up today for a free consultation call. I might be able to add in a few more spots in September, so I will keep you guys posted on that. But for the meantime, just make sure you get signed up for that free call with me, and we can see if this is a good fit for you. Also, I would truly, seriously, I would love it and appreciate it and be so grateful if you would be willing to leave a review of the podcast. This is such a great way to tell me and others that you enjoy this podcast and you find value in it, and you think that other women would find value in it as well. Now, let's dive into this episode. It's not too late to fix your finances. So if you have ever felt like you're too old or you're way too far behind with money, this episode is for you. So a lot of women feel like they've missed their chance to budget, to save, or to invest. But throughout this episode, we are going to talk about steps to take action now, as well as give you some encouragement and remind you that it really isn't too late. So a lot of people feel it's too late because of societal standards and societal pressure. There's often a lot of comparison that happens between us and other people. So we might feel behind compared to our friends, our family, or especially in today's day and age, social media. This can also be age-related fears. So maybe you're turning 30 and you don't have as much invested as you were hoping for. Maybe you're turning 40, maybe you're turning 50, and things are kind of getting down to the wire of when you want to retire and you're getting a little nervous. Maybe you've made some mistakes with debt, overspending, some job changes that didn't go well. Maybe you've got a really bad guilt and shame cycle that's keeping you stuck. So let's start with reframing that mindset. Because, of course, say it with me, it would not be a Her Money Mindset episode if we did not talk about money mindset, you guys. So, money is neutral. Money is not good or bad. It's what you choose to do with the money that is good or bad. So, your decisions moving forward are what count. Your timeline is yours. It's not anyone else's. So let's not compare it to anyone else. And remember, you are never behind if you are choosing to start. If you are choosing to start today, you're not behind. You are on track. You are getting there. You are putting in the effort and you're putting in the work because you know that this is important. So let's start with practical starting steps. So step 1, you need to have some clarity. I actually just made a video about this. So you need to know your numbers. You need to know what comes in, what do you make every single month, and what goes out. What's your income? What's your debt? What's your expenses? What are your bills? How much do you put in savings right now? Then you need to create a budget. So we are creating a budget that is realistic for where we are right now. We are not going to jump out of the gate and start with something that, let's say, right now you're spending $500 a month on restaurants and fast food. We're not going to drop that number down to $50 because that is ridiculous. That's not going to work for you and it will fail. What we're going to start with is if we are at $500 right now, what we're going to do is we are going to drop that down to $450. We're going to be disciplined enough to make $450 work. Then when we make $450 work, we're going to drop it to $375. And then this extra money that we are getting when we're making some leeway in other areas of our budget, we are going to throw that towards our debt. We're going to throw that towards our emergency fund, or we're going to throw that towards investing, depending on where you are at. And if you need some help figuring that out, please schedule a one-on-one session with me or do that free consultation call for private coaching so we can get this figured out. Then you need to make sure for step 3, we've got to have a small emergency cushion before we get started with more debt payoff or more investing. The bare minimum is $1,000. Bare minimum. I mean, new tires alone, that's going to cost you $800. So you need to have $1,000. It used to be $500, but in today's day and age, that's just not enough. And honestly, we're getting to the point where $1,000 really isn't either. So make sure you have that minimum $1,000, and then we're going to start moving from there. So we'll still be putting money into savings because that is still a priority of ours, but we can also divert some attention elsewhere. So we can look at some priorities that we have. Is it paying off debt? Is it saving for retirement? Or maybe it's building sinking funds. Then you want to automate where possible. So automate your savings. So for example, I have 10% of my paycheck. It automatically goes into my high yield savings account, which is with SoFi. I'll have a link for you to sign up with SoFi in the show notes. They have a great APY right now. It's actually 3.8%. And if you use my link, you can get up to $325 just for setting up your account with my link. So we want to automate our bills, have our bills on auto pay. A lot of places will give you a discount if you do paperless billing and you do auto pay. Then we want to automate our debt payments as well. So remember, compound growth and small wins add up. A very big key thing to remember is that time in the market always beats timing the market. So it is better for you to start with small investments now, today, than it would be for you to wait until you've made more money, or to wait until you're completely out of debt, or to wait until you can throw $1,000 a month into your investments. It is better for you to do seriously even like $5 a week now, starting now, because time in the market gives you compound growth. And those small wins add up over time. And then they are going to keep compounding on top of each other and on top of the money that you're going to be able to add in there as we start digging you out of the debt hole and as we get your savings figured out and sorted. And then we can throw a ton of money at investing. So remember that financial setbacks, these don't disqualify you from financial freedom. They just make you take a couple steps back. That's it. We got to take a couple steps back and then we'll start moving forward again. So remember, just because something bad happens, just because you got a flat tire and now we've got to rebuild up our savings, that does not disqualify you from financial freedom. That does not mean that all of your hopes and dreams are gone. They're still there, and we will build you back up. And if this sounds like the kind of encouragement that you need, please, I would love for you to do private coaching with me where we can actually dive into this and we can do something that is customized to you so you can stop stressing, so you can stop living the paycheck to paycheck cycle, so you can have peace of mind at night. This is like the bread and butter of my work, and I just love it. I love being able to help you get your finances figured out and get you a plan that makes you feel good. It makes you feel good. You don't feel stressed when you think about it. Doesn't that just sound like a dream, you guys? So I'll have that link in the show notes for you, like I've already said. And remember, it's not about where you've been, it's about where you're headed. So we're not focusing on the past, we're not guilting ourselves, we're not shaming ourselves, we're not judging ourselves. We are moving towards financial freedom. We are moving towards being able to retire and maybe even retire early. Because yes, that is possible. So remember, what you can start today with small steps, let me go through them again. So step 1, get some clarity. You need to know your numbers, what's coming in, what's going out. Step 2, you need to make a budget. Step 3, we've got to get a small cushion. We've got to get $1,000 saved. Then we need to choose a priority, paying off debt, saving for retirement, building sinking funds. And then we need to automate our bills where we can. So if you want self-guided work, the Budgeting Basics Bundle is a great place to do this. We walk through all of these steps. But like I said, if you want a custom plan, do that one-on-one strategy call or do private coaching. Now, thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's episode of Her Money Mindset. And I hope that this gave you the encouragement and the pep talk that you needed to know that it is absolutely not too late to fix your finances. No matter your age, your past, or your starting point, you can change your money story starting today. Stop being afraid. Stop being fearful. Stop worrying about what other people are going to think of you and start today. Your financial future is important. What people think about you is not important. It's okay to ask for help with your money. That's okay. So if you're ready to take the next step, I want you to grab my 7-day money reset freebie. This is completely free and it is packed with simple daily actions to help you get quick wins with your money. And you can find the link in the show notes or at the link in my bio. And if you are ready to go even deeper, I invite you to check out that Budgeting Basics Bundle. Like I said, this is my signature starter kit for you to finally get your budget working, pay down your debt, and build your savings with confidence. And then for those of you who want that personalized support, you want me to help cheerlead you, I also offer private one-on-one coaching where we create a custom plan together for your exact financial situation. So if you are tired of trying to figure it out all on your own, this is the perfect next step. You can book a free consultation call using the link in the show notes or book that one-time one-on-one call and use code HMMPodcast for 15% off. Lastly, if this episode encouraged you, it really truly would mean the world if you just left a quick review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Your reviews help other women just like you find this podcast and start their own money transformations. So thanks again for listening, and remember, it is not too late. Your best financial days can abso-freaking-lutely start today. So, you guys, I hope you have the best weekend. I hope this episode gave you that pep talk that you needed and it gives you something to think about over the weekend. And get a money plan going. You guys can totally do it. And like I said, everything will be linked in the show notes for you. And I will see you on Tuesday.